Good afternoon, my sweet petunias. So I want to cut right to the chase. So I'm a registered nurse. I'm not a medical doctor. And so nothing in this video is medical advice. It's just my experience and opinion on a hotly debated topic. So I'm going to talk today about GERD and LPR. For those of you who don't know, it's gastroesophageal reflux disease and laryngopharyngeal reflux. One of the hottest topics I see on YouTube relating to GERD is the question of, does apple cider vinegar work? So I'm going to be brief about this because you can do your own research. But if you go to your usual doctor and you're complaining of GERD or reflux heartburn, they're going to most likely prescribe you Prilosec, which is a proton pump inhibitor, or Pepcid, which is an H2 blocker. Both are acid reducing medications. So the logic is you've got too much acid, it's coming up into your esophagus, that's causing the pain, the burning, the damage. So they give you an antacid medication to reduce the acid in your stomach and then thus, relieve the symptoms. Now on YouTube, there's a whole nother stream of consciousness of doctors, aka naturopaths, chiropractors, blah, 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 voodoo witch medicine people who basically think the opposite. They think you have too little stomach acid in your stomach. And because of that, this sphincter called your lower esophageal sphincter doesn't close because it needs a high enough pH to function properly. And that because of that, it opens up, the acid comes into your esophagus and it burns you. The thing I'll say is in the research that I've read, there's very little research of low stomach acid being an issue, and there's very little research on using more acid to correct that. So it's not something I've seen a lot of. It's more this kind of just like, well, it makes sense, so it must be how it works kind of thing, I think. And I've talked to some ear, nose, and throat doctors and gastroenterology doctors, and they're just like, yeah, low stomach acid being the issue is a pretty rare reason for having GERD. In my journey of trying to figure out what works for me, I thought, what the heck, I will try it just to see if these doctors are correct. So I went to the store. I bought this Bragg's apple cider vinegar. It was like $9. It's the big bottle. I got it because it's unpasteurized with the mother, organic, raw, unfiltered, whatever. So it seemed good. And then I took 2 tablespoons of it, added it to a pint glass of water, and drank that before my meals once a day. I did that at night before dinner because I didn't want to have it be catastrophic at work. So pretty much what I found was uh, it made my GERD way worse. And I saw a YouTube video by Serious Keto that said, hang in there for 5 days, it'll make it better. And I did it for 5 days. And so I don't get heartburn. That's never been my symptom of GERD. I either have nausea or I have what's called globus pharyngeus. So it feels like there is a golf ball in my throat, or like that feeling where your throat's in a knot before you're about to cry. I'll have that feeling all day when my GERD is bad. And when I drank the apple cider vinegar, it wasn't immediately, but following it, literally it felt like the entire top of my oropharynx, so the back of my throat by my tonsils, was like on fire. And then the knot in my throat became so bad that the surrounding muscles of my neck started to become sore just from how much clenching there was. So I'm not making this video to like disprove or prove any of these theories about like low acid or high acid or whatever. I'm making it because I read a lot of comments on the Reddit for GERD about people feeling really just despondent about how hard of a time they're having treating their GERD and how little relief of symptoms that they're getting. And if you're one of those people, I made this video for you because I want to say, if you've tried everything and you've also tried apple cider vinegar and it isn't the magic bullet that it appears to be for all these people on the internet, you're not alone. It didn't work for me. It didn't make my symptoms better. It made them worse. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to drink the apple cider vinegar. If you're interested in me making a video about what I've used to treat my GERD that has been effective, I could absolutely make that, because I think it can be helpful to see, real time, not some influencer, what has helped people feel better from this kind of mysterious illness. So yeah, in summation, apple cider vinegar, not for me. Didn't work, made my symptoms worse. Comment, has apple cider vinegar helped you? If it has, great for you. I'm so glad. If it hasn't, let me know what has worked for you. Feel free to comment. So yeah, that's it. Thanks. Bye.